I think one of the biggest things when I was a child was the shyness. I never raised my hand. I'd sit in the back of the room. I never participated when I should have, when I was so afraid of what others may think. And I like to break those barriers down, because in some of the games I look for the kids that I think are being shy, and I find a way to get them to come to the board and feel that they can do it. Teachers come up to me and they say, you couldn't have picked a better kid that deserved or needed her day made or his day made, and that was excellent that you chose that particular boy for that prize. And I was thinking, well, it's pretty neat.
Along with the print, I also got a Chinese art print. And when I went home that day, I was really excited because I was going to tell my little brother, who's also really into art, about it. But then he actually came to me first, and he was like, Lacey, guess what I won today? Because the guy had actually also gone to his school as well, and my little brother had won an art print.
And I think winning the prize was great.
So I think it's great to share with these kids the money. And I love, when I first went to Morocco and I actually got to spend that, it was awesome. But trying to figure out what's the value of the Moroccan dollar versus like in here over in Sri Lanka. It's like a whole nother concept of mathematics. That I have a friend named Daryl out on Cape Cod where I'm from, and Daryl always said to me, he said, it's kind of his joke. He says, if you're rich or poor, it's always nice to have lots and lots of money. So what I have here is money from all over the world. If you can tell me the name of the country, you then need to find it on the board.
Turkey?
Turkey, very good. Now let me write it in. This is what he's looking for. So far, so good. Here's your clue. Turkey is located just south of the Black Sea. Go ahead and locate Turkey.
Here.
He remembers. Big hand, everybody. You are the winner. Good job. Thank you. How many of you like doing homework? Just about as many of you started off with the good afternoon thing here. Well, let me show you something. What we'll do here is I lay out the two cards. Again, I place the deck across these two cards. I hold these two up. We have a queen of diamonds and a seven of spades. Everybody see? We will take the two cards. We'll place them inside of the deck. Again, I will show you those two cards right here, and I push them into the deck. Now, what's going to happen? Everybody's eyes didn't come up. You're all watching the cards. What's going to happen is this, as I'll place this deck right here, take these two cards, we'll do the switch, another switch, and I think I need to do it one more time, and let's see if I did my homework last night. Pretty good? All right. People say, wow, what is that? And in a few seconds.
Cape Cod is pretty much known for its lobster and its
We're small seaports, mostly shellfish like Wellfleet oysters. We have a big oyster fest. Tourists come, probably the last tourist season too of the year. But people come, about 15,000 people will come and sample the finest seafood in the world, which comes out of Wellfleet Harbor. And you see here, this is like a general fishing boat right here. Thing is neat.
That's very exciting when you meet people in strange places or very distant places that you really don't expect.
No, like coming from Cape Cod, and here I am out in Alberta, and I run into people from Australia that recognize me at my show. That's kind of what makes the fun of doing it.
Flavor in its own.
Well, it just shows me that I'm. I guess what I'm out there doing for the kids, something I really love, is impacting the world without trying to impact the world. I just want to do what I want to do and educate and teach and share things I'm proud of, like traveling and my hometown. And I like to try to teach kids and adults the importance of art. Number one, it's very creative. So there's a way of expressing yourself, and this is an interesting way of showing you my hometown instead of, let's say, pulling out a pile of photographs. This is nice to be able to say, hey, look, this is what it looks like. Most people become awed and they say, I wish I could do that. The truth is you can. And what I teach in my programs, along with art, is you have to put your mind to it. And again, it goes back to what my mother taught me. If you set your mind to something with honesty and hard work, you will achieve it. First thing to be successful in anything is you have to know what it is you want to be successful in. And half the reason that most successful people in the world are those that knew what they wanted. They set a goal with the tools that they've had. If you don't have the tools, you need to create the tools. This is only worth what somebody will pay for it, or it's worth the value of the gift that I give to somebody. But something like this wouldn't have any value if there was no meaning behind it as an artist. You got to keep the kid alive in you. You got to know what it is that your dreams are now, and then you can follow them, and the consistency will pay off. So now, the dreams are coming true, and I'm going all over the world hosting shows, and I'm living what I'm teaching our kids. I need a new captain. Captain, take the ship.
Okay.
First of all, where are you?
So far I was here.
Yes. And where are you now?
Course.
Yes, but where are you? The capital is Taipei. Where are you? Taipei. Good job. Taiwan. Okay. He flies from Taiwan. You're now here. Go to New Zealand. I want you to go from New Zealand to the big island of Fiji. Where would you go? The big island of Fiji. You have your hand up out there. You need to know where these places are.
Fiji.
So bring us to the big island of Fiji. Start New Zealand and come right up to Fiji. Go. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. That is the big island of Fiji. Good job. However...
Oh, legs are shaking.
All right. You get a phone call.
Oh, I got a phone call.
He gets a phone call on the ship. 15 of his passengers went snorkeling and scuba diving in the Samoan Islands. They said, bring this boat anywhere in Samoa and we will meet the ship. Go for it. Cross the border, welcome to Samoa. Take us to Hawaii. Take us to Hawaii. Nice. You hit a little tsunami right there, but you made it. You're going to be my co-host. Okay, here's what we got to do. Listen close. Because up here in the Arctic, it's frozen. You cannot go up here. The other problem is this. I'm going to make a mark right here because that's where you want to end up. There is a big storm south of Patagonia in the Drake Passage. Stay out of the Drake Passage or I have to get a new ship. So what I need you to do is get yourself to this coordinate in the Atlantic Ocean by taking the Panama Canal and crossing the Caribbean Sea. What would you do?
Nope.
Get in there. You're okay. Go right through. You made it. How many of you guys want him driving your ship? I would. So far, he's doing a good job. There's one.
So far.
What's your name, Captain?
Brandon.
Brandon. There's one thing Captain Brandon needs to do to win my prize.
Uh-oh.
If Captain Brandon can go up through the Mozambique Channel and dock in Colombo, not only will you win this drawing that I did over in Linz, Austria, but you will also win a prize to remember traveling the seas by. Go ahead and do the final.
Seas prize.
Go ahead. You're there. You need to go up through the Mozambique Channel. Up through the Mozambique Channel. And dock in Colombo, in the port of Colombo. Colombo. The last thing you're doing. What's the name of that island that Colombo's on?
Yes.
You go up through, keep going. You're going to have a hole in the wall. That's it. End up in Colombo. Look at the map.
Colombo is like way over there.
And so where are you now? Give him a big hand, everybody.
I am Captain.
And I think a good captain should remember where I'm from, at Cape Cod. He has his own boat to remember that he cruised the oceans around the world in the Geography Game Show. Good job, Brandon. Give him a big hand. I didn't see the inspiration. I didn't feel the reality in my life growing up on Cape Cod saying, I'm going to see the world someday. I wanted to, but until I took that plane ride, it made sense to me. And I wish there was one person there that might have said, how well you do now will determine how well you will do for the rest of your life.
A lot of people learned things. It was something that we'd never had before.
You know, some of the other shows that would come to the school, this one had more interaction and more going up stage and, I don't know, showing off yourself, your skills or whatever like that, and then getting rewarded for that.
If I had to give Neil a recommendation, I would say he needs to go to more schools in Canada and the United States and teach more kids because he's well worth the money, time, and effort to bring them in.
I'd like to thank everyone for being a really good audience today. I hope I see you again next year.